Hey everyone, with Final Fantasy coming out pre-release this weekend, the hype is off the charts right now, and I want to talk about whether it's better or worth it for you if you buy the Japanese collector box versus the English collector box. Now, I made a quick video earlier, and somebody in the comments pointed out that I had made the wrong statement about the neon ink chocobos, so I'm gonna fix that here. So let's take a look at what's available in the Japanese collector box versus the English collector box. So the main difference and the biggest difference is the traveling chocobo, the serialized out of 77 golden chocobo. And this chocobo is only available in the English one. So this chocobo is, I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna go for, I don't know, 20 to 50,000 and potentially more, depending on the number you get, and also just really depending on what the demand is. But I think considering the one ring from the Lord of the Rings special holiday edition or whatever, it was 1 out of 100. I think that's going for about 50,000 each. So I'm expecting this. There are fewer of these. I'm expecting this to be somewhere in the tens of thousands, if not more. All right, so another thing you really want to get out of the collector booster boxes, aside from like the foil foil artist cards, is the neon ink chocobos. So you can get, right, there's like 1 out of 5 of them. There's like a pink one, a green one, the yellow one. That's, to me personally, it seems a little bit hard to tell difference. Like, so this is the neon ink yellow one versus just the regular yellow one that's not neon ink. All right. But anyway, so there's the blue one, the green one, the pink one, and the yellow one, and then the black one. You can get any of these in the Japanese or English collector box. And in the Japanese collector box, these neon ink ones are gonna come in English. So that was the mistake that I made earlier. So they will come in English, and it says right here, these colorful chocobos only appear in English. And what they mean by that is that if you open a Japanese collector box, the card will be English, because as you can see right here at the bottom, it says available in collector boosters, and it does not say Japanese only. Whereas for the serialized one, not Japanese, I mean English only. And for the serialized ones, they specify that it's English only. So only in the English collector booster box. All right, so the price difference between the two collector booster box is it's about $480 for the Japanese collector box, and right now going for about $715 for the English box. So that's about a $340 difference between the boxes, which is very significant. I mean, $340, that's almost 2 Japanese collector boxes, or 75-ish% of the way there for 2 of them. And you could get like you could get like 2 play booster boxes at $190 each, which is what they're going for right now, which is really insane, for the price of one Japanese collector box, and like 3 play boosters for 1 English ones. Now, the thing is that the Japanese cards, Japanese Magic the Gathering cards, are almost always worth less than the English counterparts, and that's like a lot of it has to do with like supply and demand. People want the English cards more because very few people can read Japanese, except for all of the people who are Japanese or live and play Magic in Japan, and others who learn Japanese. But the majority of Magic the Gathering players prefer English cards, and therefore the demand on the English cards are going to be higher, and also the demand on the English collector box is going to be higher. So what that means is, like, for the sealed products, the English collector boxes will have higher volume, higher demand, and the supply over time will diminish faster than the Japanese collector boxes. So I expect the English collector boxes to increase in price more over time, and increase in price faster than the Japanese collector box. That does not mean that the Japanese collector boxes will not increase in price over time. They certainly will. I just don't think it's going to be as fast or as much. And the fact that you can, the ultimate chase card, the card that's potentially worth tens of thousands of dollars, that you cannot get it in the Japanese box, that will always decrease the value of the box or the price of the box. And so, me personally, I prefer English cards because I cannot read Japanese, right? I have some Japanese cards. I do regret buying them because when I wanted to play with them, I like to read or reread what my cards do. Sometimes I can't remember exactly what they do, or I want to read it for like rules clarification or something, or my opponents want to read it, and neither of us can read Japanese, so it's just a big hassle for me to have to take out my phone in the middle of a game, look up the card, and and do it that way. So I would much rather just have the English version. So what I'm trying to say is that the English version, the English cards are always going to be worth more, almost always going to be worth more, and there's going to be a higher demand for them, so it'll be easier to sell them, easier to sell the English boxes as well. And so, but the one thing is the black neon ink chocobo, it's always going to be in Japanese. See, the black traveling chocobo appearing in all languages of collector boosters. This card is only available in Japanese, right? So generally Japanese cards are worth less than English cards, but because the black neon ink chocobo, there is no English version of it, it will not be worth less than the English counterparts. Like I cannot see the black neon ink chocobo being worth less than, let's say, the blue one or the green one, even though it's in Japanese, because I have a feeling that of the non-serialized chocobos, this is going to be the chase one, the one that people want. And you can get this in the English or the Japanese collector box, but it will always be in Japanese. So really it comes down to like, how much are these neon ink chocobos gonna cost, right? If the neon ink chocobo prices are really high, like in the thousands, it might be worth buying the Japanese collector booster box, because you can get any of them and they're going to be in English. So you're not going to get like a lesser value version of the neon ink chocobos from this. And the only thing you're missing out on, you're missing out on two things. One, the possibility of the ultimate gamble and the ultimate lottery ticket and getting the serialized chocobo, which is great, which is that's a big thing to miss out on. But realistically, it is so unlikely that you're going to be able to get one of those that it's just not going to, it's not going to happen. Okay. And I wish you the best of luck, and I really hope you do get one. And then the other thing that you're kind of missing out on when you open a Japanese collector box is you're just not getting the English cards. So if there are other cards, like let's say Vivi, right, which is that mythic blue-red magician guy that everyone likes, and it's like one of the top selling cards of the set right now, and it seems to be worth a lot, like over $100 or something like that, which is ridiculous. Don't buy any singles right now until after release. These are going to be opened a lot, and the price of most of the singles will go down. And so, but the Japanese version of Vivi is very much likely going to be worth less, and potentially a lot less, like half the price of the English one. So, and that applies to every card that you get in the Japanese, or almost every card you get in the Japanese collector booster. And so those are the two things you'll be missing out on. The chance of the lottery ticket, serialized chocobo, and all of your cards will be in Japanese, which you might like because maybe you prefer that. Maybe you can read Japanese. But the reality is that the cards will very much likely not be worth as much. So if that matters to you, if you want to retain the value of your singles, or if you want to retain growth potential of your sealed box, then you should go for the English collector booster box. The only problem is, right, the English collector booster box is over $700. It's only going to go up from here. I personally don't think it's worth buying the collector booster box of Final Fantasy to open, because I've seen a lot of videos and the pull rates don't look that good. So most likely you're going to spend $700-800 for the English one. You're probably not even going to get a neon ink chocobo. And you're certainly most likely not going to get a serialized chocobo. And just any of the other cards, you're not going to get your $700-800 back. So I think we need to look at the price of these neon ink chocobos. And if they are very expensive, then it might be worth buying the Japanese collector booster box. And it's also very, I'm interested in and want to watch the price of the Japanese box to see where it goes from here, whether it goes up or if it's going to go down, how fast and how far it's going to go up or down. There could be a point where the Japanese box is really, the price goes lower or stays pretty low, and the neon ink chocobos are worth a lot. It might be a good idea to pick some of these up. So we'll just have to see. Wish everyone the best of luck. If you're opening any of these collector boosters, English or Japanese, hope you get a neon ink chocobo. And let me know which one you're going to buy. Are any of you buying the Japanese ones, or are you sticking with the English ones? Or are you just going to avoid both of them, spend the $700 on like a PS5, a Switch 2, and some games or something like that? All right, see you guys next time.